Okie dokie, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dark Deception, because apparently we haven't had enough of being chased around by murderous lunatics, so now we're going to get chased around by some sort of beheaded pirate.
Speed boost to get across that. Fall into the pit and I think we can both guess where you'll end up.
In hell?
Fortunately for you,
I'm already
I
there.
can give you the power to jump across. No, not with those spindly legs of yours. I'm talking teleportation. Go to the ring altar.
Right, Kitty Aunt, could you just get through one sentence without insulting me? Right, jump boost, yes, I want this, and I'm just going to upgrade it as much as I can. Which is all the way, apparently.
Go on, give it a try. I'll just add it to your tab.
Oh, yeah, the whole payment things. What? Use 1 and 2 to switch between powers. Oh, I see, so the one on the left does Q, and the one on the right does E. Ah, cool. I think I'll keep the sprint on these. So what does this do then? Well, other than teleport me. Use the mouse wheel to change teleport distance, and left mouse button to teleport. Oh, that's actually surprisingly dynamic. Okay, right. Let's teleport all the way over there. And realize there's another one. That's good. I thought I was occasionally. I thought I hadn't actually moved. Optical illusion. Okay, right. Let's see what horrors await us here. Deadly decadence. Most decadence is deadly, certainly depending on what sort of book you read.
Keep your
Right.
eyes open, love. The statues in this place are awfully
We're gonna have a weeping angel type thing. Who's this? Beyond these gates, judgment awaits. Kitty, on those dead empty eyes. As opposed to my dead empty brain. Okay, right, what do we have here? Never look away, yeah. Had a funny feeling we'd have a weeping angel kind of thing going on here. But that's a system I'm happy with. Oh right, those were just those things shutting behind me. Okay, it's very nice, I must say. It reminds me of like the stately homes. Very, very nice indeed. At least this kid doesn't have a weapon. He hasn't got like a sword or something that he's going to impale me with. I should probably stick the word "yet" on the end of that sentence, shouldn't I? Oh, a maze.
Watch your step. It's hard to run with a game. Watch your step, love.
Okay, right. What is up with the Joker sound effects? Oh, there was a trap here.
It's hard to run with a gaping hole in your foot.
It's also hard to run
In
when
case you were
you're
wondering,
constantly telling me
yes,
off.
Those footsteps are getting louder.
I can't hear them. Right, okay. I'm gonna try and.
I think it wants to give you a hug.
Get eaten.
Isn't that sweet?
Wants to give me a heck of a lot more than that, madam. Wishes to give me scars in places I don't wish to think about that I shall never forget. Right, okay. I'm gonna just use my teleport. Yes, I need to use my teleport in order to get around those.
In
Okay.
case you were wondering, yes,
Okay, right.
those
No, I don't
footsteps
want to go
are
anywhere
getting
near
louder.
that. I just want to avoid... Just avoid the stations. Right, okay. Do that, aim, and then go straight past the thing that you wanted to pick up, but don't worry about it, just get on with your life. Okay, so there's only 50 here, but they're spread around a lot more. I've also realised I'm going to need to run backwards half the time, aren't I? Because I'm going to need to prevent them from chasing me anymore. Can I teleport through hedges using this? Somehow I doubt it, but I'm willing to give it a try. Did that work? I have no idea. I should have been paying more attention. But no, I wasn't. That's why you should always keep your eye on the road when you're driving, or else you'll probably get murdered by a horrific statue demon of some form of Georgian captain. Okay, right. Let's just chill for an instant. No, this wasn't where it was. No, it was all the way back here. Great, I jumped over that spiky panel for nothing at all. Kitty, just stop being so... What's the word I'm looking for? Not lugubrious. Flamboyant, that's the word I'm looking for. You're a Georgian captain, not a dance competition judge. I don't know what I'm blathering on about. I am desperately just being very offended by how rude it is to point at people like that. Don't do that. Right, here we are. Excellent. What's that? Oh, this should be their special. Yes, they need that. Yes. Okay, they run a hell of a lot faster than I thought they would. But it looks like they don't move even when I'm in line of sight with them. They don't move when I'm looking at them, even if we're not within line of sight.
I don't know whether to be impressed or disappointed.
How about a lovely mix of both? That sounds about right to me. There we are. Yeah. So if I just keep looking in the direction that I know they are, even if I can't see them, they still won't be able to move. Hi, friend. You're not on the map. So are some of the statues static? Some of the statues might be static, and other ones might be moving. Oh, that was too close. That was way too close. Okay, right. We've got a few moments of safety before everything goes thoroughly jugs up. So let's take advantage of that time while we have it. It's amazing, massive. Right. Yeah, I think some of them are static and some of them aren't. I don't know why I'm just standing here. I should be using my teleport. I should also be using my run. That's what I should be using. I should be using all of my powers. I should use everything that I have the opportunity to use. Okay, he does have a weapon. He has a massive axe. What are you blathering on about? How does that help the situation? Okay, right, there's only 10 left.
It's hard to run with a gaping hole in your foot.
Okay, there's only 10 left. That's not too many. I just think they are.
Yes, those footsteps are getting louder.
They're just moving. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I really shouldn't have played this directly after the last one. I really should have taken a break in order to reset myself. Okay, right. It seems like a lot of them have very large, murderous weapons. Okay, so it's not just a matter of looking at them so they can't move. You can't get too close to them. If you stand next to them...
It's hard to run with a gaping hole in your foot.
If you stand next to them, they will kill you. So they can move enough to murder you, but they can't move enough to chase you. Okay, so that's a slight departure from the standard weapon mechanic.
I think it wants to give you a hug, isn't it?
Okay, so I teleported behind it, but ended up in front of it, and then I was dead. Oh gosh. What I do find impressive, however, is that even though we're on the 3rd level of this with the 3rd set of mechanics, it's still managing to stay difficult and challenging. Even though the mechanics aren't that sort of inventive, as it were, you know, it's using relatively standard tropes. Weeping Angels and all the rest of it. They are managing to maintain a level of difficulty and keeping things fresh, which is difficult and impressive. Right, okay, it's only a few more left to get. I'm going to use my boost and sincerely hope I don't run into any spikes along the way. Fantastic. Thank you. Idiot. It always seems like the worst timing with those things. Okay, he's static. I know he's static. Yes. I think there's like different poses that they pull. And the static ones pull poses that none of the others do.
This zone is clear.
Okay, there we
Get to
go.
the manor.
Now, where the hell is that? May I be so bold as to pose the question? Right. That was very fortunate. Okay, right, I'm going to keep this out, so that if I need to use it, I can. Which would be right now, Phil, thinking about it, if you'd stop yakking on long enough in order to actually think for 2 seconds. Okay, I'm guessing that's back the way I came. Yes, just through here. Just sprint. No, no it's not. Of course it's not. Crying aloud. Okay, oh, that mana. Yes, the one that's there, rather than the one that isn't. Idiot. I'm not bright at the best of times, but sheesh.
How nostalgic. I used to have a mana like this. Much bigger.
Yes, I get the distinct impression, madam, that everything of yours is bigger.
Is it terribly rude if you let yourself in unannounced?
I mean, burglars get away with it, so why shouldn't the rest of us?
You found the
Okay.
altar. Now get the rest of the shards.
Oh, screw you. 304. 304. What does that do? I have no idea. Oh, is this just opening the gates? No, because I can't activate this one like I. Oh, so that activates like half the mana. But then I have to go and collect all the shards and then return before I'm able to go back and open the other side of the mana. Fascinating. Fascinating. Just like what I was just like what I was saying before. Don't French kiss the monsters, because then they will murder you. My memory is not very long, as you possibly may have noticed. What was I talking about? I don't know. It's completely gone out of my head. Yeah, the.
Now that's how you die in style.
It wasn't really a stylish death, was it? I just kind of, jumped into the lines more. Crikey loud. Yeah, it's managing to evolve the mechanics each time. See, I can't get through there. Still can't get through there. Okay, now I can slip through. There we go. No, I can't. What can slip through is a large piece of metal which has impaled itself up my bum. This game is really tough. It's really tough when you're dumb. Okay. I need to pay attention. I'm gonna go this way. No, I'm not gonna go that way. See, there's only 2 ways I can go, and both of them are blocked off currently, which hardly seems fair. I need to get them into this room so that I can then get behind them. Right, there we are. Don't know why I'm so bothered about doing this quickly. Speed doesn't. Fools rush in, where angels fear to tread. Yes, indeed they do. Which begs the question why my waistline is so large. You'd think, being the biggest idiot on the internet, I'd rush into everything, and all of that exercise would have made me lose a bit of weight. Right. Come on, one of you come through the door, preferably yeah, there we go, preferably that one, so that this time I can go through here and not get my sides impaled. Just dodge that one, there we are. That's much better. I dodged that through pure luck and blind stupidity. Oh dear. Hang on, I saw like the shadow of a hat. The shadow of a hat, a very poor Agatha Christie novel. Right, again with the wanting to run backwards thing. Okay. Music's nice. Very nice for building up the tension. Yes, it does. But frankly, if I did that every time one was deserved, I wouldn't have much of a face left. I mean, I don't have much of a face left, as it is. But, I'm trying not to already damage what little is left over. Right, okay, I'm going to go a different way this time. I'm going to go through here this time. Oh, for crying out loud! This is so difficult, and it shouldn't be. The mechanics are perfectly straightforward. It's just about balancing these things. There are so many different things you need to balance. I am so rubbish at all of them. Okay, I can't can't believe I've only got 50 of the 300 of these things that I need. Right, maybe if I use the boost more, because I think the boost will allow me to outrun them. Because it won't allow me to outrun the things jumping out of the floor.
Enjoy pain, don't you?
Yes, I do. Masochist as I am. Kitty aunt. I need to use the sprint more because the sprint will allow me to outrun them. Because they move faster than I do, but not faster than my sprint. So I just need to use the sprint in order to keep away from them when I don't want to be running backwards. Right, okay. I will get... No, I won't, because kitty aunts can't go forwards, can't go back, only go to hell.
You must be crushed.
Okay, I think you've seen enough of me dying. Let's have a bit of a jump cut up to the point where I actually start making a bit of frickin' progress. Oh, great. Well, now I'm literally stuck between two problems now, and there's no way I can get out of this. Oh, no, I can teleport! No, I can't.
I think it wants to give you a hug. Isn't that sweet?
It's amazing how my mood alters, isn't it? I'm doomed. I'm saved. I'm doomed. I'm dead. Kitty aunt. I'm so rubbish at this game. Oh, go through that door, you fat-ass freak.
Is it really that hard to outrun a statue?
Oh, shut up, you stupid old bag. You wavy-haired, drafty person. Honestly.
You are dead.
There's just too many of them, that's the problem. The problem is that there are just physically so many of them, and the corridors are so narrow in many places that there's no way to get around them. You physically cannot navigate your way past them. The corridors need to be literally this wide before you can do that. Which means you just get stuck in little tiny narrow corridors that you cannot get through. And so often they will just gang up on you and stick you in a corner, or get you in a dead end, or just get you on both ends of a corridor to the point you just cannot escape. There are so many of them. This is, well, I don't know if it is. See there, like stuff like that. It's just really, really, really annoying.
Is it really that hard to outrun
It's
a
just, you need to look
statue?
behind you in order to keep them from getting closer to you, but you have to look in front of you because you have to see the traps and you have to see where you're going. It's just so difficult to balance all these conflicting needs. I mean, it's fair in the sense that it's got...
Enjoy pain, don't you?
What? Don't touch them unless they're stunned. What do you mean stunned? How the hell do I stun them? What am I blathering on about? Yeah, I mean, it's fair in the sense that it has, well, I really hate that you keep getting stuck on doors. It's fair in the sense that it has well-defined mechanics, but at the same time, those mechanics are incredibly difficult to deal with because there are just so many things you are trying to balance. You can't even accurately walk backwards because of all the doorways and candelabras and things that you keep bumping into and getting stuck on. It's just absolutely doing what you're trying to do.
Maybe you should rub some
And then you
dirt
see one in
on
front of you and think, gee whiz, that one's important. I should definitely completely forget about the one that's directly behind me. I mean, at this point, I am getting like 5 each death. And that's like in a good run, I'm getting 5 before I die. Then I go through 3 ones, I'm not getting any before I die. This is going to take a long, long time.
halfway there and you're still alive.
Halfway.
I don't know whether to be
Crying out loud, I'm only halfway there.
You are dead.
And then I died while trying to set up my teleport, even though I'm pretty sure that when you teleport through them, you still die anyway. I would also like to emphasize that it is almost impossible to get down this corridor. Because you try to lure him out, but every time I've tried to lure him out, he just doesn't come anymore. Oh, now immediately as I mention that, you do come out of the door and you don't get your hat stuck on the frame just to make me look stupid in front of the audience. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it. Right, okay, there we go. Now he's actually finally... I'm not going to have to put this back in so that I can actually listen to the...
Huh. Maybe you should rub some dirt on it.
Listen to the spikes going up and down, but no, I can't because I've had my ears lopped off by the headsman's axe.
Killed by a statue. You must be crushed.
I mean, eventually we will get through this. I'm only getting like 5 each life, which means this is going to take like a good 20 goes, but never mind. Make that 86 goes.
Huh. Maybe you should rub some dirt on it.
You can teleport through enemies and traps. No, you can't. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you can't. Every single time I have looked at an enemy and teleported to behind where he is standing, he has killed me. And that is the plain and honest, painful, gut-wrenching, ear-axing truth of it all. I'm not sure where I stand on this level. Because... crying out loud, that's what gets to me! That is what frickin' gets to me in this game, in this level. You are managing one enemy as best you can. You are managing the traps through listening, and you are managing one statue by going the wrong bleeding way. You are trying to manage one enemy. And while you're doing that, you then fail to manage an alternative enemy because...
The idea is to avoid the traps. I thought we'd been over that.
Because you can't look in multiple directions at the same time. Which means you see an enemy, you look at him in order to stop him from moving and killing you, but then you just backstep into another one. Just so many of them. I think if there were slightly fewer of the enemies, if there weren't 712,692, if they weren't quite so bulbous you could actually get on the freaking corridors when they were standing there, that would be pretty cool as well. This is by far the toughest, and also the only one that I haven't really enjoyed, because this has just been too frustrating to be enjoyed.
You are
Time to get through this. I don't care if it's taken me 38 minutes to get this far. I don't care that I'm still going the wrong way! I don't care. I didn't pay 15 quid for this so that I could just give up halfway through.
Now that deserves a face.
Out if this fat bastard would just get out of that frickin' doorways once in a frickin' blue moon, that'd be frickin' lovely. What the hell does that do? That isn't one of the power pellets. That's not giving me any kind of advantage against these guys. And pressing middle mouse button to turn around doesn't help a lot. It's useful if you're standing still and you're waiting for a trap, then you can just turn around in an instant in order to check whether the enemies there are still there or not, and that's fine.
Now that's how you die in style.
But unless I'm missing some kind of core gameplay mechanic, this level is enormously harder than all of the others. Because this is just... it's just asinine. The levels of millions of pots you're supposed to juggle. Like, I am sorry, I am not capable of looking in 17 directions at once, and the number of times you just have to completely give up on the direction you were going in because some fatso is just standing in the doorway and it's so bulbous that you can't get through it without dying is frankly just maddening. My hands are getting so greasy, it is driving me insane. Oh, this room. I remember this room. This room is really fun. Yeah, like seriously, this room is just fun like turkey buns. Because you're not able to move quickly. And you have to stand in between the spikes. And only pick up the shards in between the times when the spikes go up. Which means you're not able to move fast, which is my only possible modicum of defense against these absolute morons. Now, that is literally just... that is literally just rubbing salt on open wound at this point, mate. Right, I don't care. I don't even care that I died that time. That room is now empty, and there's only like another 15 to go. I don't know, there's only another 6 to go. Fantastic. Right, at least this is nearly over. It has taken all frickin' evening, but at least it's nearly over.
You are dead.
Because I tell you what gets to me about this, right? And I know I make this comparison a lot, and to a lot of people it probably doesn't make any sense because you've probably got no idea what I'm referring to, and other people that do know what I'm referring to probably think I refer to this far too often. But I like to compare difficult games to Saber Beast. Because Saber Beast is an incredibly difficult game with incredibly well-defined mechanics, which is only as difficult as your lack of understanding. But,
Look out! A trap! Oops, too late.
because in that game, it's about balancing needs, and some of those needs do conflict, but it's you do just eventually find the right balance that you need for it. This game, it doesn't seem like there is a balance, and it seems like a hell of a lot of it is based on luck. And how the hell am I supposed to get down here before they know me? Right, give me the frickin' thing, thank you very much, and let me out of this accursed place before I go mad.
We need to get back to the portal.
If it's not here, I am going to scream. Yes, it is. Good. That was infuriating. Oh, do not say there's more. Yes, there is. I need to make my way back here. No, I don't need to go back through the maze because the maze is now shut. I see it is past opening hours. Sorry about that. Oh, great. And more freaking traps. Oh, goody. One extra now. What is that? That's another statue, isn't it? Really? We're just arbitrarily going to decide that this way is not the right way. No. Of course not. Oh, goody. I get to go back and do it all over again and try the other direction this time. Just seems like so much of this level is based on random chance. Just, is there an enemy around the corner or is there not an enemy around the corner? One of these things will kill you and the other one will not. And another thing that really gets to me is that you only need to screw up for a moment, right? Like, one moment of hesitation or indecision. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's just, Yes, it's cool. It's cool, but it doesn't undo all of the horrificness that I've had to deal with today. And now there's an invisible barrier, and also a lock.
You enjoy pain, don't you?
Okay, why is there an invisible barrier around the gate, and where is the key to this gate, and why the hell are you putting me all the way back to here, you absolute infernal muppet? I could scream sometimes. I could genuinely just scream playing games like these. I can't suss what the balance is that you're supposed to get in this game. I get a rough idea of what you're supposed to do. Run away from the bad guys and not die. But beyond that, I don't know any method of... Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. I don't see any method of balancing.
You seem to really enjoy pain, don't you?
Madam, if you don't shut up, I am going to rip your code out of my computer and shove it up the backside of the next dog that I find, preferably a rabid one. Right. I just can't find the balance in this game between the things you have to run away from and the things that you have to stand still for, and the millions of directions you're supposed to look all at once. I just can't find that balance. What I have found, however, is what I believe is the solution to this problem. You need to stand, I would assume, not over there, because that's where he's standing. You need to stand over here, by this gate, so that when he throws an axe, it lands right here. I'm going to get it? No, it's not. Very nearly got it, but I need to be standing right in front of that gate. I need to stand there long enough for him to throw it without that thing catching me. I think this lake might be the best opportunity I've got for that, because I'll have to go around it. You won't have to cut the corner. Come on, just throw it properly. Throw it properly. That didn't work at all. Oh, good. My theory has been dashed upon rocks. Where is the freaking key? Is it in here? No, it's not. I can't even go in there. Now I've got no idea what I'm supposed to do, and I've somehow managed to get myself stuck between a bit of bush. Bloody marvellous. So what the hell am I supposed to do to open that gate exactly? Because the axes don't seem to be doing it for me, and I can't find a key anywhere. I wouldn't mind if you could press Z as long as zoom. That's kind of cool. I like that. Don't just tell me I'm supposed to teleport through. If you tell me I am just supposed to teleport through that door, then frankly I am going to have a paddy. A genuine paddy. I'll tell you the thing is that really gets my back up. Right? Like, it's not that the game is tough and it's frustrating, right? I mean, sure that's an element of it, but there's a hell of a lot more. No, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay. Well, I'm semi-glad of that. Semi-glad of that, because that would be a really, really nasty way of solving this puzzle. This puzzle is a better way of describing this than living hell. I have to begin to break it. How the hell in the name of Malakath's toenails am I supposed to get through this friggin' gate? It's not just the fact that these games are difficult and frustrating. That's part of what gets me mad. But what gets me madder is that I really like this game. And that when it gets my back up, that makes me not like the game anymore. And I don't like that. I don't like that the game has gone from something that I really like and enjoy and admire for doing all the things right in a game. It then goes and does something that I really don't like. That disappoints me, right? Like your favourite child, right? Like, if the naughty one misbehaves, that doesn't surprise you. It's when the good one misbehaves, that's the thing that gets your back up. Because you know that the good one knows better, and can be better. They're just not being better. And when a game like this is so good, but then all of a sudden, so bad, it just makes me want to cry, because I know this game is amazing. It's just like... Oh, right, the key's in here, is it? Is it? The key is just magically somewhere in here. Right, if only somebody had friggin' told me. Do I even ask where the friggin' thing is, or should I just wander around aimlessly and randomly and madly until eventually I get stark, raving bonkers and they put me in a straitjacket another moment too soon and we will play more games then? What a terrible shame that would. Where is the key? It's got to be in here somewhere, surely. There's no reason why they'd let you back in here unless they thought nobody was stupid enough to come back in here. Surprise, if it was stupid enough. Ah, I see a tiny yellow dot. No. No, that isn't it. That was the power pellet left over from the last session.
Watch your step, love.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get what I'm doing wrong, and I don't know where this friggin' key is. The worst part is I can't even stop, right? Like, I can't stop and give up and try again later, because if I do, I'm going to have to restart the level, which means I'm doing all the progress that I have achieved in the past hour. All of that will be thrown away, and I will have to redo it completely if I cannot figure out how to get this miserable key.
There's no escape for you.
I just don't understand it. The key isn't in the courtyard. The key isn't in the maze. You can't use the axes to break open the door. There just is no escape from this frickin' garden. You can't go there, there's nothing in the maze. But my only guess is it's something to do with all this. But every time an axe lands there, it seems to achieve the grand total of nothing at all. Am I supposed to go back? That is my only guess. That is the only thing I haven't tried. Maybe I'm supposed to go in the total wrong direction. Like a key appeared around here? Certainly doesn't seem like it. Feeling a mix of positive and negative emotions at this moment. I feel like it's turning into a freaking therapy session. Okay. Positive. You are supposed to use the axe throwing in order to break the chain. You are not supposed to look for a key. Negative. You're supposed to do it twice.
There's no escape for you.
What it says to do, in the guide that I looked up because I gave up, is to not stand still, because then the axes will kill you. Lure the enemies away, and then run over here. Stand right here. Wait for him to throw a couple of axes at you, and then
The
die.
idea is to avoid the trap.
Just like the last
I thought we'd been
500
over that.
times. Madam, if you don't shut up, I'm going to punch you right in the face. That is just a promise. I don't care if you're in a computer program, I am going to punch you in your computerized face. You just need to do it twice. I'm not even convinced I've done it once correct yet, but yes, you just need to do it twice and then that breaks open the door. Give me about 7 frickin' years and I'll go through this. Is that working? Is it open? I don't think so. It looks just as impenetrable as before. Oh, for crying out loud, that gap is just 2 inches too thin. Which is really, really irritating. And finally, it's over. It just has to be over. If this lasts any longer, I am going to scream. Just. Thank you. 6 minutes. 6 frickin' minutes. An hour. 1 minute and 13 seconds. Wow. That was horrific. That was genuinely horrific. That was incredibly frustrating. The mechanics were pretty clear. But just balancing all those needs. Looking at the enemies, but also looking where you're going. Looking at the traps, but also looking at the enemies. There being about 500 enemies that for you to deal with. I have to say this. In corridors, when there are chases, the corridors have to have flat walls, okay? You cannot have little jutty out bits for little alcoves and little candelabras and all the rest of it. Yes, it's lovely. Yes, it looks great. Yes, it's great to have that detail in it. But when the player is constantly getting stuck on things because they are bumping their shoulders into candelabras as they try to run away from the 712 different enemies that they are being chased by, it's really frickin' frustrating. But it doesn't matter. It's over.
You seem to really enjoy pain, don't you?
If you even frickin' dare.
Keep your eyes open, love. The statues in this place are lifelike.
Game, I have only one thing to say to you, and that is it. I am not going to say thank you very much for joining me this evening. I am going to say I am so sorry that you have experienced this, and I am sorry that I've got to frickin' edit this. Good night.